Hello guys again. We are in chapter 5 and we're dealing now still with Andrew's Pitchfork, but we're dealing now with the medium line, upper medium line and lower medium line, trying to see what they mean and what traders look for when they are using this tool. Now I showed you on the last recording where to find the Andrew's Pitchfork, and this is the Euro Graviton Pound 4-hour chart. And if you click insert in here, so in insert Andrew's Pitchfork, as you can see in here, and for example you choose your pivot as being this one, so this is the first pivot. Basically that will give you the medium line. Then this is a second pivot, for example, and the third pivot, and your pitchfork should look like this, just to give you an example. Or if you want to move your pitchfork, just double click it and then just drag it and put it whatever you would like for a new channel, for a new set of pivots to suit your needs, so to say. So for example, let's try again. So let's take a pitchfork that actually or something like this. This is not working. Obviously, you need something that goes for your trading purposes. And let's see if this is pivot number 1 and the pivot number 2, pivot number 3, and this might be a valuable pitchfork in the sense that this being the medium line, the upper medium line, and then the lower medium line. Now what traders also do is they take a Fibonacci retracement tool and try to identify 50% and 61.8% of the distance between the medium line and the upper medium line, or between the medium line and the lower medium line. The reason for doing that is because sometimes if the channel between the two is let's say pretty wide, then you will be surprised how price actually finds support and resistance area into this channel. So for example, let's take a Fibonacci retracement tool. This is the Fibonacci retracement tool. We also covered this on this trading material, and let's try to measure one channel in here. So let's measure one channel, and we look for 50%, 61.8% retracement, and then take it again and measure the channel again, but put it on the upper side in here. So this is the Fibonacci tool, and then just take a trend line and starting from the upside in here, trying to connect, for example, the 61.8 points from the both retracement that we just made, like this and like this. So 61.8. Be careful for the trend line to go exactly on those two lines, and let's make it let's change the color, make it like this, and let's make it red, for example. So this is your 61.8% line between the upper part of the pitchfork, between the upper medium line and the medium line. And it is this is just a way to show you how to draw a parallel line with your original pitchfork direction. And if you copy this line now, put your finger on the Control tab on your keyboard, double click, and there you go. You have another line, another parallel line, and then just go on the 38.2. See, or even on 23.6% retracement of the same move. And now, if you want to have a clear picture, now you just click on the Fibonacci retracement and delete them. And the same here is valid. The same here is valid to the other side of moment. If you cannot select, for whatever the reason, if you cannot select an object from the platform, then just right click, choose object list, and then select your object. And this is the Fibo that I want to get rid of. So select the Fibo, delete, and the Fibo is gone. And the same projections are being made to the upside, to the upper part of in the upper part of the pitchfork. So if you select a Fibonacci line from here, then you might go for even 100% of the upper channel. So you might have a line, let's say approximately in here. So this is 100%. Then you may look for 61.8 between the channels. So 61.8 will probably be something like this. Okay, let's say something like this, and so on and so forth. I think you got the picture. So the Fibonacci retracement actually and expansions actually are being applied in here on the left side and the right side of the pitchfork, and you'll be surprised that sometimes price respects these proportions quite heavily. The line in the middle, so this line is the most important line of the pitchfork. It is the line being given by the first pivot, and it is being called the median line. The essence of the pitchfork resides in its median line, and the accompanying lines, of course, but the most important one is the median line. The median line, it is virtually the most important one, because without it we would have only a normal channel. So without the median line in here, we would have only a normal channel being given by these two lines. It is extremely important for a trader. It has a lot of the properties. For example, the median line has the tendency to attract price. Okay, so take a look at the price in here. So price coming to the downside, coming to the upside, forming a contracting triangle in here. So it is attracting price, then breaking to the upside, coming again, finding a support on the median line, being rejected, and then coming to the downside and actually making a kind of folding wedge in here, but on the 61.8% and 78% retracement of the whole range, and then breaking higher. In trading this kind of pitchforks, there is one more important thing to know, and what to do. For example, it's not the case in here for this pitchfork, but let's take another pitchfork from here. So insert and use pitchfork, and let's say your pitchfork is from the low in here to the high in here and to the high in here. Let's change the color. Remember, you can place on the chart how many pitchforks do you want. Let's make it, for example, like this. Okay, so this is another pitchfork. And one more important application using Andrew's pitchfork is to draw a trend line from the beginning of the pitchfork in here, so from the first pivot, P0, and to the starting point of the lower median line, and this is the starting point of the lower median line, like this. Let's change the color. Let's change the color for it. Let's make it, I don't know, let's make it brown, and let's make it quite a bit like this. And this is being called a shift line. Now a shift line actually has it is being interpreted just as a short description as if it is not broken, the trend will continue. But this is, let's say, the signal that if price breaks this line to the downside or to the upside, actually the trend is broken, and you should start looking for a new pitchfork in the new direction. And even in this case, take a look at what the price did. So price coming from the upside, testing the shift line, rejected, and then breaking a shift line, and basically from that moment on moving to the downside in a more accelerating fashion. As the book recommendation for this chapter for Andrew's pitchfork, it is the same Richard Loga's book, Integrated Pitchfork Analysis, Basic to Intermediate Level, written in 2008. A great book based on his own research and applied to the currency markets and even to equity indices. So, moving on to our next recording, and we'll talk about the now famous WD gun.